anyway.
Yeah, I was at Channel 10. I wrote the weather for the ABC for a little bit, and then I worked at a radio station for a few months, but I resigned because I hated it.
How did you get all these jobs? What were you doing? Like approaching them directly?
Yes, and I now know that is really easy to do if you're a super keen young journo. Everyone will help you out, and I got enormously assisted. Quickly went to television. I think I was at Channel 7 by the time I was 20.
Gosh.
And I was on air, which is kind of, crazy.
Unusual, yeah.
And then I got transferred to Canberra.
Would you want? Was this a choice? Did you say I want to do politics, or were you just sent there and then built a love of it afterwards?
No, I was already obsessed with politics.
Right.
I know I'm sounding real weird, really weird.
No, you're not.
Thanks,
you're
Jules,
not. It's totally not what I do.
I was working in the Channel 7 newsroom in Adelaide, and the Channel 7 correspondent came through on a story.
Yeah.
And could see that I was keen, rang up about, a month later and said, "Would you like a job in Canberra?" And I said, "Sure."
Wow.
And so I packed up and moved to Canberra in about, I think it was like January, February 1993. And
roughly how old are you then? Are you still in your early 20s?
I think I'm 22. I think that's roughly 22, 23.
Right.
My maths is not good.
So young girl arriving in Canberra with all those blokes and all those revered kind of journalists. How was that?
Well, interesting, right? So if you and I had done this interview like about 4 weeks ago, I would just tell the story of another girl goes to Canberra to be a political correspondent. But of course now it's really interesting given interesting and disturbing given the Brittany Higgins story and all of the stories coming out in Canberra.
It is, and actually I think I know somebody who I think must have been there roughly the same time as you, and she sent me a message and said, "I can't put this up on social media, but myself and a whole lot of other journalists couldn't risk our careers bringing up what was going on, but we could see it all the time." Is that what you felt as well? I'm putting you on the spot here.
The short answer is no.
Right.
No, and I've had to do a lot of introspection about why. The quick version is I think because I was one of the very few commercial television journalists, female commercial television journalists.
Yeah.
Firstly, I thought I was a bit anonymous and no one really knew. I was so young and so naive and so stupid, to be honest.
Not so stupid. You managed to get yourself there.
Well, yeah, but it
just didn't know what you were doing so much.
I was really out of my depths.
Right.
And that I think there's a certain level of power that comes with some of the reporters around me, were people like at Channel 9, there was Peter Harvey and Laurie Oakes.
Big names.
In my office, there was people like Glenn Milne and Dennis Grant. They were revered figures in Canberra. I think I was protected by that.
Right. That kind of makes sense. That makes sense. That they would have, especially if they kind of had you under their wing, everyone would have known not to go near you.
Yeah. I did suffer from that kind of salacious rumour mill that, she must be sleeping with somebody to be there. I saw her with a set of ties with one of the, the new television reporters. Clearly she's sleeping with him.
She's shagging him.
Yeah, there was all of that.
That is so sad, isn't it, that happens? But,
those rumours are still, rumours that I had back then are still live. Like I'll hear them to this day.
Right.
But you learn to live with that, right? So you get over that.
Yeah, of course.
But so that was Canberra, 10 years in Canberra. Then I moved to News Corporation. I won't give you
but tell me, I just want to know the why.